Good morning, everyone. Little garden update before a little walk. The dogs won't leave me alone until I take my walk. It's like they know it's Saturday. Huckleberries. I've never planted huckleberries before. Not sure how it's going to go, but we'll find out. Something new and exciting. I'm going to get in here and weed. Got a lot of weeds. But I transplanted some comfrey, and it's doing well. Chamomile is getting ready to bloom and is blooming. It scatters throughout my whole garden, which I don't mind. Green beans popping up like crazy. I love it. We had a lot of wind yesterday, kind of blew some stuff around. I lost my frost cover, but I got a great tip from a YouTube video from Whippoorwill Holler. If you haven't watched them, you should, because they are awesome people in Arkansas. Tool will keep off those little pesky moths that cause the cabbage worms. So I ordered a bolt of Tool from Amazon. I hate ordering from Amazon, but that's where I could get it. And I'm going to try it. She says it works fantastic. My broccoli from seed coming up very nicely. Kohlrabi and some cabbage. I suffer terribly from cabbage worms. So I quit growing that kind of stuff. My garlic. Yes, I found out after I planted my garlic, you're not supposed to plant it next to strawberries, so that will have to get moved next in the fall when I harvest it. But the strawberries don't seem to be too affected. We even have green ones, so by June we will be loaded down with strawberries. And I will take the runners, and eventually this space will be all strawberries. But right now, don't step on where I planted my sunflowers. Don't know if you can see it, but my corn is coming up. And then I have stagger planted. I have 3 more rows of corn. Got some squash growing on the trellis, hopefully. It's tiny right now, but it will grow. Trying some vertical gardening. But it's like 54 degrees, and it is May 8th. Yes, May 8th. It's kind of chilly. But I love it because that keeps the buffalo gnats away. We have terrible buffalo gnats for a while. One nice thing, honeysuckle's blooming. So when it pops open a little bit more, we've got a couple big bushes here. But on the trail where I can actually reach it is some, which I'll take you down there. So I can make some more honeysuckle jelly. I made that last year. It was wonderful. And it makes really unique Christmas gifts. Because you can't just go to Shop and Save and buy, well, we don't even have Shop and Save anymore, wherever your local grocery store is, honeysuckle jelly. You're just not going to find it. Blackberries are getting ready to bloom. It'll be beautiful when they do. And there's some over there too. That big honeysuckle bush back there, I can't reach those blossoms, so the birds and the bees get them. And this gooseberry bush over here, look out, Lil. Blooming, getting ready to form the itty bitty teeny tiny gooseberries. There's some here too. So maybe we can make some gooseberry jam. I can't remember what this is. If anybody sees this and they know what this is, please tell me. It's such a pretty flower. I know it's a weed, but I don't consider anything a weed that's beautiful. What is it? A weed is just a plant whose virtue is unknown. I don't remember who said that, but it's quite true. And I knew this plant had some kind of purpose, and I couldn't remember the name of it. Oops, it's getting ready to bloom. It's Solomon seal. Very sought after herb, so I have tons of it. And I will be using it to make some salves and some tinctures and whatever else I can come up with. How can you not be happy with that? Beautiful little flower. How do you call that a weed? Well, gonna have some breezy again. Hope a tree limb doesn't fall on me. We have rain coming this afternoon and all the way through tomorrow, so I gotta enjoy the morning while I can. Getting some weeds pulled. Oh yay! I just found I've got some more elderberry growing. That's what's kind of nice about living in an area like this. We have all kinds of wonderful things that bloom, that come up and pop. See, here's the honeysuckle. Kind of hard to see with the wind blowing. But it's getting ready to bloom. Here's some that is bloomed. They focus in. Rabbit. Dog on a mission. More gooseberries. Can't seem to focus on it. Anyway, you get the point. Garlic mustard. Here's where my honeysuckle is that I can actually reach. You've got it. Several little bushes that I can pick from. Since they're in the shade, it doesn't quite bloom as quickly as the ones in the sun. Got some. A little bit. I'll wait till it's worth my time. It's tedious. I've got plenty though. My dad's timber is just across the way, and I went and transplanted some wild leeks, otherwise known as rapes, to have over here. I can't remember where I put them now. Over here somewhere. If the squirrels didn't dig them up and eat them. Or maybe they didn't even make it. I'm not sure. Guess I should have marked them. Well, if they made it, they'll come up in the spring. They may have died back. That's okay. I can always get more next year. Sometimes transplanting wild things works, and sometimes it doesn't. There's some more honeysuckle there. And some right here. So when we sit in the evenings and it blooms, it's so nice. I never take this for granted. Any of you who don't know what a black or honey locust tree looks like, these devils live here, pop up all the time. These are the most wicked trees you can ever encounter. And we have one right by our driveway. It's bigger than this one. Yeah, those thorns. Actually, if you get poked by them, they can really do you some damage. It's like they have a poison on the end of them or something, because I actually had a thorn and didn't stay in my finger, but poked my finger. It took a week for the swelling to go down, and that was after putting poultices on it and everything. It was awful. I had to miss a day of work because of it, because it was my right hand, so I couldn't even use my mouse. East side of the pasture is growing up nicely. I'll be letting the horses out on it before long. I know they're dying to get over here. Rotation. You gotta let it recover. Horses have a tendency to destroy a pasture by eating it all the way to the ground. I did sow some seed. I'm hoping it takes. Anyway, thanks for walking with me. Hope I didn't bore you too much. Anybody who's a mom that watches this, I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day. Keep up the good work. Raise children with some brains, values. Don't let them get sucked into the negativity of today's world, making them feel like they're not worthy. We need strong children to run this country later. Anyway, no politics. Just beauty and relaxation.